This is Wet Your Palate. Just telling you a little bit about what we just went through. We talked about 1031 exchanges.
We talked about acronyms.
Philosophy stuff.
Some family.
Yeah, family dynamics and politics, which it didn't get too heavy, so stick with us. You're going to have fun with it. If you're offended, go f yourself. You guys have so many acronyms in real estate. It is ridiculous.
It is.
How many acronyms would you say you know?
Just in my industry?
Yes.
Maybe at least like 100 to 200, I would say.
Wow.
That's a lot.
I was actually having this conversation with some friends earlier, and it came up about what your favorite acronyms are. Maybe we could actually go with that, okay?
Okay.
So, I mean...
Well, you have to start. No, you have to start. You're the one who brought it to the table.
Okay,
let's go.
But I also
this is going to be funny. When I bring it up, we're going to go
there are multiple uses for these acronyms, right?
Oh, yeah. I mean, well, we got art, but there usually is, right? And that's what makes it kind of... Well, let's just get into it, okay? So...
Throw one out.
I do still like LFG.
I like it. I like it.
You know?
That's lightning fast gas, right? That's it.
Oh, no.
Oh, my God.
I only got one.
No?
Lightning fast gas.
LFG?
Yeah.
Let's fucking go.
Let's fucking go, dude. You know,
let's go, dude.
Oh, what? Shut up. What's yours? Now, you got to be careful with it. He's got 6 kids, so he pulls out, like, the Gen Z stuff.
What do you have? What do you have? What's in your back pocket?
I'm going to start with FML.
Okay, that's...
Oh, yeah. See, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mine is not relatable to any of these. It's WIFM. WIIFM. What's in it for me?
Wait, hold on.
Okay.
Wait.
WIFM.
W-I-F.
What's in it for me?
Okay.
WIIFM. So I have it on all my PowerPoints. I talk to my friends about it, and it's like, okay, everyone has their COI, sphere, right, center of influence, thank you for the wine, or sphere of influence, SOI, right? So when you're thinking about it and I'm pitching anything and talking to my friends, it all comes down to you. What's in it for me? And that's your sales pitch, that you have to think about what the person across from you is thinking about. What's in it for them?
Yeah. To get their buy-in, to get their, full-fledged support.
I kind of want to use that just for, like,
Whiff
simple
'em.
text. Like, I'd like you to be like, hey, man, like, what are you doing tonight? You know, like, I want to go see a movie or something. And you're just like, what's in it for me?
Whiff 'em.
You know, whiff 'em. Whiff 'em. Hit 'em with the whiff 'em.
Heard that one from my dad. Thanks, Dad.
Whiff 'em. So another one I think is just great is goat.
Well, yeah.
Goat's good.
The goat. Now, I mean, now some would say that the goat is the goat of all acronyms. Would you agree to that?
Yes.
I think so.
Yes.
Yeah.
Greatest of all time. And I think what's important about that is that, like, goat is actual word. So I think with, like, acronyms, I think the ones that real stick are, like, the ones that you can connect to an actual word. What do you think? Huh?
I agree with that. Or if it goes beyond 3 letters, it needs to be a word.
Oh.
I think that's it.
So you don't like whiff 'em?
Like,
I was like,
wait, I thought you were on board with whiff 'em. Now you're like...
That works in the corporate world, I think. That,
yeah.
Because, like, you got to motivate people, and, like, once they get it, they're like, oh, yeah, what's in it for me? And then they will jump in and actually, like, get the shit done.
Now, I like...
But you got stuff like EBITDA.
What?
What?
This is your children?
EBITDA?
E-B-I-T-D-A.
Wait,
E-B...
Or look up EBITDA.
Wait, let's see if we can guess it first.
Yeah.
We're gonna see if we can guess it.
Hold it.
You guys can try to guess it too. So E-B... Don't...
E-B-I... D-T-A. T-D-A, sorry, yeah.
E-B-I-T-D-A. Jesus.
Exactly. So you guys, you're never going to remember this.
Now, this is like a common one? You didn't make this shit up, did you?
No, this is a very common one, actually. In the corporate world.
E-B-I-T-D-A?
When it comes to mergers and acquisitions, this is a...
Equity...
equity.
No, you guys guess.
Equity building
Binary?
investment through depreciating assets.
Okay, you're good. Okay, earnings before interest, taxes, depreciation.
There you go.
And
I should know that one.
So
earnings. We were doing fun ones.
But no, this doesn't.
I know.
Why are you getting all nerdy, dude?
It's more
We're
than
just
3.
talking about the worst acronyms. This is
3.
This is arguably the worst acronym.
Because no one uses it.
No,
I
because
mean,
you say
who's
it different.
using
I say it
outside of
different. It's not.
Do you know this one?
I mean, I know this, but I don't ever say EBITDA. ta-da.
I'm sorry, dude. Kayla doesn't even use it. So this was like, why?
I would just say it.
It's like it's really for
you really know how to ruin a game.
If you're selling
like, jeez, dude.
What
a downer, dude. Like, I was gonna say, okay, a classic though too, like WTF. We use that a lot, right?
Yeah, WTF is still around.
What I noticed though is a lot of my favorites have like the word "fuck" in them, and I think that's like
it's a great
another
word.
thing with acronyms is we can send an acronym to kind of soften the
DTF.
flow.
Down to ferment.
Yeah, yeah, that's what we're doing.
That was
Thank you for that.
Yeah.
WTF.
To ferment.
A wine tasting friend.
Yeah,
Ooh.
Yeah.
These are some.
This is our version in wine country of these acronyms that are
we're putting
really offensive to many people.
Oh, perfect.
Speaking of being offended, did you guys hear that Fat Bottomed Girls was taken out of the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame by Queen?
I did not.
No.
I did not.
Art.
He's
you know what to do.
I'm actually I am really disturbed by this. So I found out about this last week. And while I was driving in, I put some Queen on and it came on. I was like, looked over at Rachel. I was like, this was just canceled, right? It's like, what? It's like, obviously she, I grew up with Queen. They're awesome. Freddie Mercury right here. That's why he has this stash like that.
I'm keeping this stash, man.
But no, it's like fat bottomed girls, you make the rockin' world go round.
Yeah, no, I know.
Right? Like,
idea.
It is a gay dude, Freddie Mercury, talking about how girls with big butts
make the world go round.
Make the world go round. Like, it's a positive thing.
Why should that be canceled?
Exactly. I don't get it.
Sense.
If you go
because like one person was offended, maybe 2, 3. I don't know.
Can I get your? I'm flabbergasted.
Yeah.
So
Art, is it actually
flabbergasted?
Is it actually canceled, Art? Did they actually
F word, another F word?
Yes, it got removed. It shows up here on the top.
That is
fucking
wild.
Ridiculous.
Okay, so the sensitivity right now it's beyond me. I don't understand being PC in your day-to-day conversations with people, because it's like, number one for me, I'm going to lose a sale or a livelihood is impacted because of one WTF or a sensitive thing. It's just, literally the F word.
Yeah.
This song that incorporates everything. It's too much sensitivity. We need to go back to the roots.
It really is. Like, I worry every day that I'll be canceled because of this podcast.
You might be.
Like, it's mostly this podcast.
I was going to ask you.
And it's like at the end of the day, you kind of got to be like honest with yourself.
Yeah.
And, I don't have any crazy ideas, but it's like, I do have ideas.
We know.
And then they come out. We can't.
They come out, and it's like
we have to like have an actual time of episodes, so we can't edit everything.
Yeah.
Most of it slips through.
What I love, and I know it's been said before, but like this younger generation.
Oh.
It's even into our generation, like with the Karens and everything, right? So like,
oh boy,
with the Karens.
Oh
no!
Don't bring that up. We're going back.
No.
Delete.
She just didn't want. She saw the highlight video about Karens.
These are the groups that grew up with like South Park and Family Guy. Like some of them, like those clips are amazing.
They are.
Yeah.
And they may, like, if you're very sensitive to something, you're going to be offended, but they are hilarious, and it's just satire, and they can get away with it.
Correct.
These people grew up watching these things, and then here they come. They're like,
oh no,
fat bottom girls, you can't say that because I feel like I have too big of a booty, and it's like, Jesus Christ.
I don't know, but
it's true.
I want to know why though, because I feel like even if you go like on Instagram Reels, like TikTok, there's like that's kind of like with the fitness influencers and stuff like that. That's what you see a lot.
Correct.
If you're like in that, if you're looking at like fitness and stuff, you're looking at that downward angle.
I think the sensitivity.
And the squats happening.
You mean like
it's like always the downward angle, right? Yeah. And it's like, it's funny because I'd see like reels and stuff like that, like, every fitness influencer, and it starts with that. And it's like, act like you're doing the movement, but like, you just get a visual of, it's just like butt.
And then they do
like
that,
going up and down, and then
look back at it.
So and then it was like this thing, like show your stomach, and they kind of like boost up, like I'm showing my stomach, but you're really kind of like just squeezing the top together.
Okay, wait.
I'm just doing research.
Do you see those people at the gym
doing their thing?
Have you ever?
I stayed out of the gym.
An animal
I'm done
in the
with
wild?
It. No, you know what? I did.
Influencers in the wild.
No,
yeah.
No, dude, I just do group classes where they can control that stuff, or like do a workout at home. But like the gyms, it's like that's all it's turning into. You see, like there's people, weird. And also there's like people like doing crazy workouts just for their videos. So they're like swinging from equipment. And they're just doing it all the wrong way. You know, doing pec deck flies with your legs and like.
That's why I don't have a gym membership, and I hate airports. Like they're garbage. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Just people are getting worse.
Yesterday, so when we landed yesterday, this brings back quick memory. This gal, we're waiting at little terminal, getting our bags, our luggage, and this gal is sitting like with her bag, standing and holding it as a little platform, and just doing like hip exercises. Just full on. I'm like
get it in line.
Look, everyone look.
Was she videotaping herself?
No, but it was so aggressively. Like everyone watched me. I'm like, yeah, okay.
It's
people just don't care anymore.
Yeah.
So I mean, anyways, I thought like the song was like you said. I thought it was supportive. I don't know.
So good songs that I love.
Yeah.
I want to hear about this.
Yes. Okay. So we recently went to Morgan Wallen.
Oh,
hi Morgan.
At Petco?
Yes, at Petco.
Oh, man, I bet that was awesome.
It was incredible. First of all, Petco Park is a dream. It's best baseball stadium.
Petco Park.
Petco. At Petco, where the pets go.
Yeah.
At the park.
That's the San Diego Padres stadium. Yeah.
They have a great wine sponsor.
I've heard it's a pretty good deal down there. Like, they got like nice wines there.
They do. Yeah. They have a Belglass wine cave. It's fantastic.
Yeah. Where's this at?
San Diego.
You'll be hosted there for your next national sales meeting.
I heard there was.
Yes, we will. Next August.
Storefront there looks beautiful.
Yeah.
So anyway, this concert was amazing. Fell in love with Morgan Wallen, right? He's the best. And so we were talking about mustaches. We're looking at everyone, and the new trend for the mustaches and the backwards hat, I think, really comes from Morgan and baseball. Baseball guys and Morgan Wallen. Yeah. I know he's a big Braves fan. Aren't you sponsoring the Braves?
We're doing the Braves also, yeah.
That is so rad. So there you go.
We got some good teams.
Okay, so I also think.
Why are you talking like an owner, dude? You're like, we got some good teams on the brand. We own the Padres. We got the Rockies in Colorado. We're looking for a big win.
Are you Red Sox too?
Yeah.
We're Red Sox also, yeah.
Yeah, what are you fucking doing? Monopoly over here. Yeah, we do. Yeah, he's also getting into other sports.
So I have to say, like, I agree.
Look at this.
Dude,
look at this. That's
backwards hat, mustache, little just a little gritty. He's a little gritty.
I like it. I'm here for it.
So this is the look that the ladies like right now.
Apparently, not this lady.
My 12-year-old son, like, he had a mullet. He cut it off. Now he's growing it back. But he was like having to, beat girls off of him. It was,
Maybe don't say that.
I know that's a weird way that you said that.
I was trying to rephrase that in my mind.
Jeez, dude, can't take this guy anywhere. Oh god.
So he just shaved his head.
Getting canceled.
No beating anyone.
Beating him off.
But I think we should send a note out to Morgan Wallen. You should get him here. He has an epic song called "Wine into Water."
Ooh. Well, so I've the first time I heard that was today. Yeah, Morgan Wallen, here is your invitation to come to Napa Valley and get a great experience and maybe even join the podcast.
Ooh.
Yeah. Please.
I'll let him play guitar. I'll sing for him.
No. Okay. Well, he doesn't have to sing, Morgan.
Okay, so every other song that he writes is about whiskey and bars. Yeah. So I'm so curious. I have questions for you. What gave you the desire to go into whiskey? Like, what was it that you went wine? First of all, from a Cabernet family to Pinot to now whiskey.
Well,
good question.
That is a good question. And usually I'm not the one answering questions on this, but that's okay. I know. Dude, you really turn this around.
Awesome. This is how you win an interview.
This is my last day.
So
Kayla is on. I think we got all agree. You guys are all tired. The mustache.
Sorry, Trevor, I took some
risks. I took some risks and I am out. But that's what you do. You play the game. Go ahead.
Okay, so grew up in the wine world and got into Pinot because that was the first vineyard I planted, and had fruit coming in and just like nobody was doing anything with it, so I started playing around and that's where it started. Now whiskey. I had a curiosity about apple brandy is where it started.
Okay.
And it was more for like this facility we were going to build over in Sebastopol and have this really great experience about all of Sonoma's agricultural history and all that. But what it came down to once we started making it, it was like, all right, it's looking like this may be a business on its own. But we live in a very regulated environment in alcohol. So we have the ABC here locally or statewide. We have the TTB. And once you learn all those ropes, liquor is even more regulated than wine. But like once you learn the roads of how to get through all this, every other industry is pretty easy. So we're like, all right, well, we've already got this.
Says the MF CEO.
Ooh, that's another good acronym. That is a good acronym,
it's so
actually.
easy, but you
More
know
than
your
3
craft.
letters.
Well, yeah.
More than 3 letters,
So
but
it's
he still
like
likes
anything.
it.
When you specialize in something, like you doing 1031 exchanges, right? So it's like once you get the groundwork and you understand it, you have your foundation, then you can just keep building, building. And so that was kind of like the entry into it. Now, if you're starting from scratch, getting into spirits, man, pain in the ass. You're going to lose a lot of money or tie up a lot of it for 10 years.
Okay.
Yeah.
So out of the new whiskeys, and it's Griffin and Grain, which one?
Griffin and Grain.
I apologize.
And no, you're good. They're pretty unknown right now. So.
I should know them.
Go out and buy Griffin and Grain whiskey.
But they win in medals.
They do win medals.
They win medals, man.
Yeah.
What's your favorite one? Your newest favorite one that you have that you're like, I'll drink this all day?
Maybe not actually go with the apple brandy. That
so
or the single malt.
interesting.
Yeah.
But the apple brandy, it's called Bishop's Eden. There it is right there. So
that's
it is
beautiful packaging.
Gravenstein and Golden Delicious out of Russian River Valley, fermented with champagne yeast. Like it's awesome. Very mouth-filling. It's like got a lot of character, a lot of texture.
I gotta try it before I
Heavy.
leave.
Yeah, definitely.
Cool. That's
Well,
amazing.
I think they have it at the place you're staying.
Oh. Okay.
We'll have to stop
Harvest in.
Harvest in. Yep.
Nice.
Okay, I have another question. A serious question.
Oh, a serious question. I like this.
So I like being dubbed the entrepreneur of my friends. And they're like, oh, Kayla, how's it going? This and that, which is great. I'm flattered. But for you, you are next level. I respect you. I look up to you. This is a little bit of a stroke here. But also...
Be careful.
I'll be real. Be
very careful. He gets such a big head. Oh my god.
Right now. You see me levitating?
See him pump his chest? Dude, you got fucking taller in your seat, dude. Like you totally just blew up, man.
He's all the way up.
The hair's just like his mustache hairs kind of like came out too. They're like really.
Look, I had 10 years of an abusive relationship. That.
Oh my! That's
now
not.
I can actually express myself.
She said she wanted to get personal, but not like that personal. You didn't want to get that personal. Could you please? Say
Maybe.
Oh
No, not that personal. No, I want to know how you do it. How do you manage 6 kids, a beautiful bride, traveling, I mean, the whiskey, the wine, like what is your, I know one of these things we were talking about is best practices, but for you specifically, I mean, what keeps you going?
Keeping the culture and staying involved. And we'll have limits as to what we can do because if I don't feel like I'm involved enough, then what's the point in doing it?
Totally. Okay.
Like, I mean, yeah, you could say money, but you're like, well, are you really passionate about money? Like, money facilitates things, but it's not like, I'm not like, I can't wait to see how much I have in my bank account, right? It's like I want to create something. So, what drives people?
Yeah, it's right. Your motivation. Everyone has a motivation. You're doing the 75 thing. There's things that you need that you like. That's your tool.
Winning,
it's
but it's also
His
proving yourself. To be able to do things that you wouldn't otherwise do. I think a big part of that is risk and reward.
Yeah.
And I think that is just a natural element in all of us. It could be cultivated, it could be innate, it could be something that you learn over time, but overall, like there's a thrill to it, right? Like there was a point in my life where I was like, I'm either going bankrupt or I'm going to be very successful. And I could have just stayed the trajectory that I wanted to, but it was like, no, those were the 2 options. It wasn't just, I'll produce this much and just keep doing this down the road.
Perform.
It was, I'm either going to, I know I'm investing in this, right? These grapes, whatever it is. And if I win big. If I lose everything. There's a big thrill in that. And there's so debt, people always talk about like debt being a bad thing. Debt's a motivator.
It is.
I hate to say it. Debt is a motivator.
It's true.
Wow.
It kind of keeps you on target. Like you got to, that's what I've seen.
Are you promoting debt?
I don't. You know what? For 90% of Americans, debt's a real thing.
Go get some.
Yeah.
Go get some.
LFG.
You got Kayla here giving her advice to everybody. Go get some debt.
Okay, get some debt.
But no, let's go back to this. Like, go get some debt. Buy an investment property.
Yeah.
Get in debt. Make that investment property make you some money in the meantime while it appreciates, right?
Well,
and then
right.
And then do a 1031 exchange and up your game.
Exactly. And people ask all the time, well, should I buy? What are you thinking? What's the goal? And it's like, if you have the ability to buy real estate, Mark Twain, right? Buy land, they're not making any more of it.
Yeah, always.
Why would you not?
Ooh, nice.
But why would you not?
I like that quote.
Yeah.
I mean, Big G is not reproducing more land, right?
Yeah.
So if you have the ability, regardless of rates, I mean, the highest rate we saw in the last 30 80s, so the 80s, that's a long time ago.
Was it like 13, 14%? It
was up to 18 almost.
18? Oh, God.
81 was, up to 18. But so we're looking at that, and we've had this trajectory of decline, right, for rates, and then now a slight uptick. Granted, the CPI and interest rates are not helping people, especially in California, be able to qualify. You have to be making around 300 to 400 grand to be able to afford. I mean, a median sales price in San Diego is around $1 million, so it's higher here.
That is insane, really, to think about. Like, you can go to, Oklahoma. Get yourself a mansion for like 400 grand.
Our friends
Idaho.
spot. Yeah.
We just heard
they have like
Idaho is not cheap.
Not anymore.
I thought it was.
No,
I thought
the home we're looking at, Boise Hunter Homes, gorgeous, great builder, $1 million. It's like 3,500 square feet. I need the vaulted ceiling. I need the windows. I need the fireplace.
Yeah.
Give me my mountains and my snow. That's what I want. So, $1 million.
But it's $1 million.
And then upgrades because I need the wine room.
Oh, yeah. The wine room.
I need the wine room.
Need the wine room.
Always gonna kill you.
Yeah.
And then you guys will have babies, and then
all the things.
Yeah,
you need it.
Okay.
Absolutely.
And just on the 1031, so this is like something for personal. Like if you have, if you own a house and you kind of want to start upping your game, and stuff, and try to get into more property, like this works for personal use as well for recommendations. I mean, just like no. See?
Well, hold up. So
two things there.
Let's make it clear here, because it has to be an investment property. So you would have to like move out of that house and then show that you were using it as an investment property, renting it out to somebody, whatever.
Okay.
It is.
So you move out, you rent it out. Okay.
2 years?
3.
3.
So, you can live for 2, rent for 3.
Today.
You're close on that. For primary, so there's a primary exemption tax code 121, which allows gain to essentially be deferred for you as a primary investor. So say you bought your home for $1 million, you're selling it for $1.25 million as a single filer. Okay. Then you get $250K back in your pocket plus your investment, which is your basis.
Yep.
My original investment, right? Married filers get $500K exemption. So sell it for 1.5, cool, you've capped, right? But when you're doing 1031, it strictly needs to be investment. So if there's this threshold of transition where you owned it as an investment, then you moved into it, or vice versa, it needs to be held for 5 years. But you are right, minimum rent for 2.
Got it.
So minimum rent for 2.
Out of the last 5.
Got it. Okay.
And you get thresholds, right? So it's like, okay, I can utilize IRC 121 and I can utilize fractions of 1031. For me, the idea is if I were to ever do that, move out of my primary, rent that property for 5 years, exchange it, right? So I can fully exchange it.
Let's say like you move out of your primary, you buy a property in Idaho, right? You guys move there. Now you have this property where you've got kind of, maybe you have 2 mortgages. Maybe you've put a lot of cash out on
leverage
the
one, buy the other one. Mm-hmm.
So now you have to wait 5 years for this one to call it mature so that you can actually do a 1031. And what would you do with that? Because you can't put it against the house that you...
You can exchange it anything. For me, I love Beaver Creek. I love Colorado.
So you'd look for another vacation home?
I would look for a vacation home or what's known as DSTs, Delaware Statutory Trust. We will not unpack that on here, but it's an alternative investment.
Heard of this.
My dad specializes...
Delaware Statutory
Trust. So it's an alternative investment. All right, we're here. So imagine a huge commercial building, right, that's selling for $100 million.
Yep.
And we have little investors. There's, let's say, 100 of us. and we all can bring in our own cash to buy. Maybe my purchase price is going to be 10 million. Yours is going to be 20, right? Yours is going to be $1 million.
Yep.
So when we're doing that, we're now beneficial interest owners in this real estate. So we own a piece of this pie, right? So for my exchangers in your original example, who sell for $1 million, buy for 800, they have this excess of 200K. They don't want to pay Uncle Sam. So, right?
Uncle Joe.
Yeah, so the goal is, why not buy a slice of this pie and you get a high ROI on it, return on investment.
You can do that.
You can. Yeah.
Okay, I actually didn't know that.
I mean, do you know anything for 200 grand in California?
Yeah, no.
I don't.
Please let me know.
So,
There might be something. I mean, a meth lab? I'm
maybe.
sure there's something in Lake County.
wow.
Perfect.
Okay.
Good investment. Your stash will fit in.
What?
Yeah.
Now it's a meth stash?
I think I'm
Come
really
on.
getting to know you very well.
This
here.
I think is that a thing? Like, do you lose your eyebrows when you're making meth?
Probably.
Well, it's great. Back to serum.
You look
So-
great. You look great.
Thank you.
You look great.
He's been just...
All right, so I could sell,
My mustache
feasibly,
is
I could
silver,
sell,
just so
say,
you
a vineyard, and I could invest that into some sort of partnership
Yeah.
into a high-rise.
Well, you'd buy the high rise. When you bring up partnership, now you're changing the taxpayer entity. But yes, you could buy for the DST.
Oh, so,
Sure.
so it has to be in a DST.
That's how it's owned and structured, right?
Okay.
The entity. If you're buying, let's say you and Chris buy a building, you can go in as tenants in common.
Okay.
So you would bring in your portion from the sale of your vineyard. He could sell an investment property. You guys could go in 50-50 or 60-40 or whatever you want to combine to get to the 100%
I like
purchase.
this DST thing.
Well, the
DST
tenants in common, that's like becoming so much more popular in LA, I felt, too. I've seen a
Because
lot
nobody
of
can
that.
afford shit
Yeah.
down there. It's like, yeah.
Yeah.
And shared equity agreements too. So how do I say this respectfully? I have a very generous father who helps a lot of our family members and does a lot of exchanges so they can live in certain areas, cousins, life, right? So when we're looking at that, he's exchanging and building, obviously, it's appreciating the property.
Yeah.
And so in portions of that, he could bring in 90%, someone could bring in 10, right? And so this is a morbid term, but we use it a lot in our industry because I like it. You swap till you drop. You exchange until you die, right? So if you keep rolling it, your capital gains go away,
Yeah.
right? They do. So meaning you get a step up in basis. So if you were to pass away, Rachel would get a half step up in basis.
Okay.
If you both were to die, your children get a full step up in basis, meaning all the capital gains taxes go away to your children. They can sell it for fair market value, pocket it.
Because it's in a trust.
Because it was 1031 exchanged.
Oh, because of that. Okay.
Oh.
Right.
It has to, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh.
I'm
It
learning.
works too for
I'm
inheritance. But yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Are you like getting ideas of what you're going to do? Or?
What's next?
Yeah. Yeah.
Are we going to buy a property together? I think that's what she was saying.
You and I?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I don't know if I can trust you.
I heard the
What
giggle
are you
on
gonna-
that one.
he's
He's like,
gonna
wait,
be
we're
the-
buying something?
He's going to be the handyman.
We're going to do a meth lab, dude! Yeah!
We bought a 1/4 acre out in the middle of nowhere, Lake County, and it's got a trailer on it.
Watch that appreciate.
Oh, okay. Dude, this is really good. I mean, now my gears are turning. You know?
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
think about the little guy. I mean, that's me. I'm the little guy, right? So holding investments and wanting to have them grow, and then you can use it rather than lose it, right? I mean, you're
Well,
paying
that's what
so
it should
much.
be. So,
Yeah.
but people don't even know that these opportunities are out there,
Correct.
right? So, the tax code has so many opportunities
Yeah.
for businesses, for personal gain, whatever
Right.
it is, and you need a professional.
You do.
That's how I look at it, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't know the tax code, but we have some great accountants that
Mm-hmm.
come back to me and they're like, "Well, this is how you reduce your tax base, whatever." Like they will guide you through stuff, and you just throw everything at them.
Right.
And they'll say, yes, yes, no, 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 yes, 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 whatever. And like, it's amazing the amount of savings. The
It's true.
R&D tax credit, like that alone, that's a huge thing. We do a lot of R&D, and we never capture that.
Yeah.
And now we do.
Yeah. There's
So
a lot of tools. A lot
I'd
of
say
tools.
1031 exchange, if you own a place or have an investment property, you got to call a professional.
Yeah.
Right? Like, you could read about it. I knew a little bit about it. I've done it before. I mean, I haven't done it. I've had somebody else do it. But like,
I was like, no, you haven't.
you know,
Okay.
I haven't
No
done all the
kidding.
paperwork.
I've had
No,
someone
it's
else
great.
do it.
It's great.
Dude, he talks like this too, like he's
Yeah,
like some
just
mafia boss. He's like,
See,
I
yeah.
had someone do it for me.
I got a guy.
Like, I got a guy.
Everyone's
It's
got
always
a
like,
guy.
I just do contracts on handshakes. He's got stories about that.
Oh man, are you talking about the TTB?
Yeah.
Oh god.
I think it's like, no one does stuff this way. You like put a baseball bat on the table or something. And you're like,
2 TTB agents come in and like they give us an audit.
Jeez.
And it was fine. I mean, everything was like in line, but we were talking about the distillery, and they were like, "Well, we want to see the contract because we were partnering with somebody." And I was like, "This guy was a friend. Like,
he was a friend.
We had a handshake deal." And they're like, "You're a smart businessman. We know that you don't just do handshake deals." I'm like, "The fuck you do?"
Oh, that's how you talk to him?
Yeah.
Going to jail.
I was done with these
Tax
two
jail.
people.
Yeah.
God,
How'd that
just like
work
sitting
out?
there with the bedroom eyes, like, we know that you're a businessman.
Is that you?
Don't try to sweeten me up.
Oh my
That was
gosh.
her. That was her with him. What's in it for me, Joe?
That's it. Yeah, what's in
That
it
is
for
nice.
me? That's it.
Yeah. Those lashes are so long. Anyways,
Are you talking about her?
yours.
Oh.
I mean,
Have you ever put mascara in them? Have you ever done mascara?
Oh God.
Come on.
I'm
I'm sure your
embarrassed to
daughter.
say
yeah.
Yeah.
You have.
Daughters.
I've gotten full makeup multiple times in my life.
Aw.
Having daughters is one thing. Yeah. It's and then also having a wife. Like,
You were
it's like, let me just do your lashes.
Yeah.
You're like,
you were
Okay.
doing
Been there.
mascara before that though. A little bit.
dude, those
there
were
was
those were the Green Day days. I mean,
the
come
Green
on.
Day.
Just a little liner.
Oh my gosh.
Just a little.
Look at him right now. Can you imagine him emo?
Totally.
I actually never had an emo phase.
Really?
He did.
I had bleach blonde dreadlocks, but I did not
Yeah,
have an
he
emo
did
phase.
that.
No.
Oh, you haven't
Dreads?
seen the pictures?
Oh yeah,
Oh man.
I haven't seen the pictures.
dreadlocks. Yep.
Probably pop one
Oh
of
my
them babies
goodness.
up.
I
Again.
was the boy
seen
that
him.
you did not want your daughter dating.
He shows up on his longboard. Comes down with his bleach dreads.
That kick push life.
Yeah. He's got like the hemp necklace.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Come
Did
on.
you have the hemp necklace
I did.
with some
Yep.
shells in it? Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
Anyways,
It's fun. It's fun.
do you have any like kind of just like go-to tips right now for real estate that you would throw out there as far as like we out there to buy right now? We out
Yep.
there.
Why don't we like put some parameters on this? So
Yeah.
let's say you've got
He likes his parameters.
you've saved up $200,000,
Okay.
right?
Why don't
Okay.
we control this?
So
Why don't I control you?
well, you just left an open book on the table. Like you can't like
No,
just
that's
ask
why-
a question.
Kids.
That's,
about
we are the
book.
yin and the yang. I get it, bro. Jesus.
I'm the dots.
Yeah,
you know,
I'm not even in this anymore. This is your podcast. I'm the guest.
Chris is
Fucking
so
be
If you want to
polite.
switch seats, we can totally switch seats. If you want to do it.
Well, that was my seat. What do you
Chris-
mean switch
it's a-
seats? That was my seat. It
Chris
still
is-
has my
Chris
warp
is-
on it.
He's so open-minded
My
that his
warp.
his brain
Well,
fell out. I
yeah,
think, is
I'm
what it- yeah.
warm-bodied.
Is that
All right,
what
so-
I'm feeling right now?
Okay,
It's your
so
So
warm-up.
let's say you've
Yes.
saved up to what 200,000 in your bank account, right?
Yeah.
You got
Okay.
that in cash, and you want to make an investment,
Okay.
and you're looking at a 10-year plan,
Okay.
and you want to have that $200,000 return to you 15% a year.
Okay.
What would you do?
This is really high. Those are high numbers.
I know
So it's a tough question because
20% is flat in my mind. So
well,
that's,
I know your sales goal numbers, Joe.
Trevor, stop talking to her.
So you see these numbers? No. So, I mean, it's hard to say where to invest right now, right? That's the crystal ball statement where I have those questions a lot. And I don't give legal tax advice. I don't indicate for financial advising. I talk about strictly the tax code in my career. So people come to me with Morgan Stanley people, they're FAs or FBs, financial planners, advisors. Again, I go back to the land. I think land is a great asset to purchase right now. For me, I love the I-70 in Colorado. I love going closer towards the junction. I like going past Vail, past Beaver. There's great land in that area. I think inland.
Like Grand Junction.
Yes.
Yeah.
What did I say? Towards the junction?
The junction.
The,
You were
the
talking like
junction.
you were talking like a Colorado native
I was
right
saying
there.
Grand Junction.
It's like
She said
I'd
it
go
was there.
past Vail, I'd
The
go past the
junction.
Beaver,
But
that's
I was,
Beaver
I was
Creek.
acting like
Yeah.
I liked it.
I'm a localizer. But it's good because think about land. You can build on it. You can plant on it.
Yeah.
You can do anything, and then you can exchange out of it. So for a safe hold, obviously you're not getting a return on that. You're paying it off. When you're talking about a return, when we're looking at different areas and markets, I mean, San Diego strictly, Crown Point, Pacific Beach, Del Mar, Encinitas, and this is my local market, right? So all these coastal areas, huge. My husband and I recently bought in San Marcos Escondido, inland, which I'm like, I got to move east of the 5, which is a no-go for me. But here we are. We've had almost a $500,000 gain in our property in 2.5 years.
Wow.
Whoa.
Huge.
2.5 years.
Put that down.
Two and a half
Can I ask
years.
you percentage-wise, what is that? Without just telling us the number of what it was originally purchased at.
Percentage-wise? What do you mean?
What was the growth from what the value was?
The numeric, I'll give you numbers.
Okay, give me numbers.
I didn't
want to be rude.
No.
Yeah.
So we bought it about 7.
She's like,
What'd you buy your house? So I'm currently the breadwinner in our family. Not for long, right, Joe?
Oh, she did!
She's got to throw the plug in.
Raise.
So, no,
tell them what's up, dude. You got mafia. Actually, you like turned tables over. Yeah, dude. Heck yeah.
I think she does have some mafia blood.
Yeah, I'm with her.
She's strong-arming this.
It's my dad, the Franklin, the Native American.
So
we bought for mid-7s, right? And it was appraised about 6 months ago, and we were looking at 1.2, 1.25.
Wow.
So when we're looking at that,
buy.
and we look at IRC 121, to me, I call it East County, but locals, I'm like, that's far. So we're going east for me. I think there's a really good value in California for single family detached that you can rent that are 4+ bedrooms. Families need to come in and rent places because they can't afford. They don't have the 200 grand.
Yeah.
Right? So where can they put their money that they can use and you can win? So they're paying rent, you're making money, and granted it does suck in certain areas because we're talking property taxes.
Yeah.
We have a random property tax that went up that was fire, that was mosquitoes. An extra $2,000. I'm like, so is there someone
like
coming over
abatement,
and
is what they call it, and they don't do anything? That's funny because we have a new tax here in Napa that's that was put in place to protect from wildfires.
Yeah.
And last I heard, that money was going towards repaving roads. And they're not doing anything in the hills because as soon as you put a tax in place, it's almost impossible to pull it out.
Yep.
And it'll go into like a general fund
Yep.
and they'll use it for whatever.
Well, that's my point of the capital gains too.
Yeah.
Where the heck is it going?
Well, right now I think it's going to Ukraine, being laundered and sent back to the Bidens. Something like that.
100%.
And we're back.
Something of that sort. That's just what I heard from,
Yeah. So land, investment, real estate. I mean, I love the DSTs because they're safe holds and they don't sell immediately. You can't elect to sell them. Sometimes it's 5 years before it goes full cycle, time to sell. Then you can exchange out back into maybe the area you wanted, right?
Got it. So it's locked in for a period. Yeah, DST. I'm interested in this. This sounds good.
Yeah. I'll put you in touch with Mike Franklin, my father.
So you don't do DSTs. You only do 1031.
No, you have to have a securities license. My brother Dax is working on that. So it's kind of a family thing now, right? So we love it.
Well, I hope it's competitive and I hope you crush your brother. Just like, at the end of every year, like Christmas, you're
I'll
like,
support him.
what did you do? You're like,
that's how it is.
Yeah.
Wait, how many
Let me
siblings
see yours. Let me see yours.
Yeah.
One brother.
Okay, so he's connecting with you on that because he's got some with his brother.
Oh,
he
yeah.
likes to,
You guys are rivals.
Oh.
Yeah. Well,
healthy.
We're friendlies,
Yes.
but we're rivals.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
He's
how
a
it
great
has to
guy.
Yeah.
But, I mean, his wines suck.
Oh, dude.
Which one?
Now he's trash talking.
I won't bring it.
Oh, my brother, he trash talks me too. It's good. It's good.
We should have him on.
That would be really funny.
You should.
Oh my gosh, who wants
Next
that?
guest.
Oh my gosh, the brother battle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, quick question about real estate. So, do you have any experience with doing 1031 exchanges with post offices?
No.
I know it's very specific, but
So I feel like post office is government owned.
Yeah.
No, I think they're all leased.
They're leased.
So there's a private landowner.
See, I have no idea with post offices.
That's an investment I think that is.
You won that one.
No. I'm just curious. I don't know much about it. I just know that like people own these PO like post offices, and they're getting paid by the federal government, which usually pays. So I'm still waiting on a whole fucking bunch of money from them.
Wait, so you own a post office? No, I'm just kidding.
No, I don't. No.
So wait, you're saying that people lease post office space, just commercial space?
No, literally, it'd be like if you go to Rutherford.
Okay.
The owner of that post office is a private owner.
Okay.
And they lease it to the U.S. government.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. And it's just a steady source of income.
So that tax code is 1033.
So let's talk timeline. So private party transactions. You have what, 2?
So when we're looking at 1031,
yeah,
at 1031, you have 45 calendar days to find replacement property. So let's say you close on that land, you have a month and a half to find something and then formally identify, which means here's address 123 Main Street, Kayla. I signed it. 45th day at midnight, I hold it. You can only buy the properties you formally ID'd on this form to me. If you buy something else, you could be audited, and then it unravels the entire exchange, plus a fun penalty, depending on the judge's mood.
All right.
Whoa.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
Yeah.
So you got to have something lined up.
Yeah.
Which is why that, most contracts, I think that I've seen at least, are like, pending.
Yeah.
Finding new
they're
another property.
the contingent purchases and sales. I mean, I should note after day 45, you have an additional 135 days to actually close. So you're capped again. There's your parameters. You're capped.
You need parameters.
You do.
We all do.
The government sure has them.
Just a few, and they choose when they want to use them. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, what do you say? You got any other questions about?
This is a lot. I mean, I was gonna say the 1033. I was gonna say it kind of sounded like a 1034, and I don't know. I mean, if we could get into the 1036 sometimes, that's where I'm at.
Yeah, that's.
So it's over your head. It's over your head.
Okay, hey, so Chris, your parents are like living in Gardnerville?
Yes.
Beautiful.
Up in Nevada.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. They got a house here in Rutherford.
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful place. Mm-hmm. And their primary residence is now in Nevada?
Why are you trying to get into my parents'
No, I'm just
business
asking. Like,
right now
I'm trying to get
podcast.
on a personal level here, on this. So like, okay, so
That's
is that an investment
We're
property?
talking about my mom.
If their primary residence was changed to Nevada, in their house there,
they're living in both.
So it doesn't count.
They're
Second
living-
home.
you can't have 2 primary homes though.
No, but they can have a second home.
Mm-hmm.
It's not held
So
for investment.
to be an investment property, you have to rent it out. You have to show income coming
Not
off of that?
necessarily. We'll talk about this off the podcast.
Yeah. Yeah,
so
dude. Like, why you gotta get? I'm just gonna cut this shit out anyways.
This is one of my last questions about like, how do you qualify as an investment property? Like if the government came in and was like, prove to me that was an investment property.
Sure. Paper trail.
What is the minimum though?
So conservatively, we say to our clients, hold the property for 2 full calendar years as an investment. So if let's say the intentions, there's private letter rulings in cases that indicate I've held it for 8 months and no one rented it. It was in a seedy area, but they hired a property management company, right? So the whole deal was, well, wait, I tried. Here's what I paid to this property management company. Those people, the judge ruled in favor and they could exchange again. So we like to say 2 years conservatively. My CPA, I won't name him right now, but he says a year and a day. A lot of CPAs say a year and a day holding. So
it's literally you just need a paper trail showing like tried. It's like those little fuckers that kept claiming unemployment during COVID. They'd like apply for a job, never show up. You get like 20 people saying they're going to apply to a job. They wouldn't even show up, and then they'd go show
that they applied.
That I applied, I had this, and I didn't get the job. And God.
Oh.
Whoever you are out there, if you are doing that, I hope you fall into a hole and die.
Yep. Well.
That's it. No, I'm done with it. We gotta.
Sometimes
we've got to reduce the population of the world by like 85%.
Sometimes
at
it's
some
a
point.
whole.
So,
he has like
fair,
there's at the bottom of the sea is where like the snobby Psalms are at. The snobby ones.
The snobby ones.
The snobbers.
The snobs.
Yeah.
Snobs.
I try not to say that either because that gets him on a whole thing, but.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there's a lot of. I will say.
I think he's tuckered out. I think we're winding down.
Yeah,
he usually jumps on that one.
I should have, but yeah, I was like, I'm gonna pull back on this right now. Yeah.
Well, I mean, you've made the industry fun.
Oh.
You have.
You got to make the industry. Every industry should be.
Yeah,
fun.
but you're a young guy. You're not bad on the eyes. You have a fun workforce. No, but you're changing the game. I mean, both of you obviously doing this even. I mean, when you
got in.
Yeah.
I gave her like the sad puppy. I was like,
you're the looks on this podcast.
I tried to.
But I mean, there's not a lot
my
of
invisible
people.
eyebrows.
People are. It's like you think of you when we were talking on the phone. It's like pretentious Napa, right? It's like this whole thing of level of snoot, and sorry Napa, but I think
totally
it's just
is.
you've made it fun. I mean, I am so loyal to your brand because of you.
Well, thank you.
But my husband loves you, respects you, admires you, and you are the brand, right? And people don't have that. They don't have presence with their employees, with their group. They're not present. They're not.
I think that is, I would love to see our culture go back that way.
Me too.
Like, it'd be so nice to have like more mom and pops and whatever. Like, I feel like this constant consolidation in every tier of every business, that it's just going to fewer people holding the control. It's not good for humanity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's better that way to have.
Well, it's better for the government to have it that way.
Yeah.
Right? Because
exactly.
they know exactly where to go, who
Exactly.
to talk to get their revenue. Oh God, I go down a rabbit hole right now. I'm so tempted.
But I will say though too, it took he does have some. He can be humble, because it took him so long. Art Smart laughs. No, but seriously, it took him so long to actually get out there and start doing some of the social media stuff. You know, and you always have a great love for the team.
Yeah.
I feel like and even if the term, I know sometimes people get weary of I still like the phrase, one team, one dream. I think that you really kind of say that. You're always like to spotlight everyone on the team that makes everything possible. I think that because it comes from your roots of actually doing and working from the ground up. You know what I mean? You get your hands dirty.
Yeah.
You're doing all that work. I mean, that goes back to your growing up. I mean, you were getting up at 4 a.m.
Yeah, you gotta
every
just
day.
put the work
You're
in.
doing that stuff in, and people recognize that. And the people that work for you, that have worked for you for years. Okay, now you showed me your chest. I was trying to be you the props and you do something like that. Was there a nipple?
No, I didn't show you a nipple.
Okay, well, just making sure.
By the way, this shirt, I got this at PacSun.
Do you have it?
PacSun.
It was like $25.
PacSun made a
great shirt.
comeback.
I know. I was like, damn, this is feels good.
All right. Well, thanks
Nice.
for interrupting my speech. But anyways, I was just trying to say.
I don't like compliments, so I'm trying to shut you
see how
down.
he's doing it? He's
Are you blushing?
We can get into
A
his
little
therapy
blush?
session right now, but anyways, it's good to see him now on social and being free. But the pretentiousness that's our whole thing with the podcast. I think with social, it's breaking through that stuff because we grew up here.
Yeah.
We grew up on these routes, the back roads.
But everything is complicated, right? So you're talking real estate, right?
Yeah.
Very complicated. All you have to do is reach out to somebody that knows, right? So if they call you up and they're like, "Hey, I've got this property and I want to do a 1031,"
Delegate.
and it's you're going to take your cut, and so are all the other people in the chain, but the owner is going to make out.
It's a job well done. That's how it's done. Yeah.
And that it's the same thing. It's you've got to have that personal piece of it. And in the wine business, I hope we're doing it. We're trying, but yeah.
You are. And I think, I don't know, it's your sphere, right? And we talked about that, but it's, again, people keep surrounding themselves, especially with the social media days, which is kind of what we're doing, obviously, but it's getting in touch with new people, new audiences. So I'm grateful to be here for that because it opens up a new world for all of us, right?
Well, I think if there's a 24-year-old out there that's listening and they're like, I had no idea this even existed.
Right.
And now they're like, well, I'm going to start saving up and I'm going to buy a property, and it could be something wherever, $100,000, $200,000. And then you start rolling that over and over and over and stay just steadfast with it. And you'll be very happy you did when you're 50.
Yeah.
Yes. Wait till you're 50 because it won't happen until then. Unless you're Joe.
No, but it's 50 10 years ago.
It's work ethics, right?
Yeah, for sure. Knowledge is power. I mean, there's a lot of these things that people just don't know.
Yeah.
They could be doing. So that's why it's great. So we got it.
Invest in real estate. I agree.
Yes.
It's not a big gamble. I think that's what people should be looking at more often. And it seems like it's pulling back. There's not a lot of young people thinking that's their dream. They're thinking I'm going to dinner here, I'm going to lunch there, I'm renting a place.
Renting an Aston Martin.
Yeah.
No.
You guys already own a home, so now you can.
I know.
So that's the qualifier. Once you own a home, you can rent an Aston Martin.
Yeah, there you go.
Goals.
No, I mean, it's good. Remember that. Buy the real estate if you can. And guess what? You can refinance when rates go down.
Yeah.
So.
They won't stay up for long.
I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Let's get a Republican in office. Everyone will win.
Yeah, they're trying to find the balance of when do we break the majority of America down, and maybe we'll pull back a little bit now. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
It's time.
it's fun.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, do you have any more questions for Joe?
Not that are PC for this podcast.
All right. PC. Oh man.
I know, but that's me. I have to be PC.
All right. I think we're gonna. I don't know if we had a horrible bosses story, but I think we might have to.
I think we should hold off on this one.
Yeah, we're hold off on
we're gonna
that.
do this next time. But
yeah,
I want to say thank you very much, Kayla, for being here.
Kayla, thank you.
I learned.
Thank you for
I
taking
learned a
my
lot of
spot.
new stuff. Like, I mean, I knew a little bit about it, but like, there's a whole set of details that are under the surface.
A plethora.
Yeah.
It's insane, but I appreciate you both for having me, and it's been fun. You guys are a good time.
Yeah.
Well, everybody get out there, make some money, buy some land.
Yeah.
Do some 1031s.
Yeah, if you want to get some
fun.
1031s, you
Call
can
me.
contact Kayla.
Yeah,
right?
thank you.
Let's
There's
put
my
it on
plug.
there.
There's my plug.
She's the one to talk to. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, do we want to drop
Plug
the
her.
plug? What is it? So
Leader 1031.
Leader 1031. Leader is a bank, right?
Leader 1031 is a subsidiary of Leader Bank.
Of
out
Leader Bank, yeah.
Boston, Massachusetts, well, Arlington.
And that's Leader, Leader.
Yep.
Yep.
Lead the way, man.
I'm just trying
Like
to
leader as in milk or what? Come on, dude. Like,
Leader.
I was like, what other leader? Oh, a liter.
Well, it could be a last
liter.
name like Leeder.
That's
it
true.
could be like Liter.
Like Peter Veter.
it could be like an acronym.
I mean, you
like,
never know nowadays. People could be like, no, that's my child's name. Like, you named your kid Leader?
DFIU. DFIU, dude.
DFIU.
It's your favorite one. What is it? End it right now. You can got this.
I don't even know.
You say it all the time. DFIU.
Dumb fuck.
Okay, you know what?
Don't.
She got the
You know,
first word.
Is it what I'm thinking? I don't
don't
F
fuck
with
it
you.
up.
There you
Don't
go.
fuck
Oh, you got it.
Don't fuck it up.
We ended with
All right. All right.
Cheers.
Well,
All right,
thank you very
Kayla,
much.
thank
you.
Cheers. Until next
All right.
time, everyone.
Yeah, tune in next time with Kayla and Joe on Go With Your Palate. This is it for me, and the mustache will still live.
It will. It's beautiful.
Thank you. Peace.